Okay, we have a dog with a very outgoing personality, different than Lenny, a little bit younger, but also high energy, like Lenny is going to be. This is Vanilla Bean. We're going to call him Bean because we
Because
think
he's full
Bean.
of beans.
He's a
Full of
bean.
beans. Ready?
His A number 2182569.
Come here.
And I think he's on the grooming list too, right, Bill? He is on the grooming list because he is probably more white than he looks right now. Raina, he's a great dog.
He's a great boy. You lie down. So, again, he's high energy. There's probably a herding breed in there with him somewhere, cattle dog mix. Who knows? But he's very busy. He's very young, very smart, very focused, which I love because then they're easy to train. But the other thing is too, easily stimulated. Okay, so you handle them a lot, you pet them a lot, it'll get them all riled up. So you got to be really a lot calmer with this kind of breed. Don't feed into that without putting some limitations and controls on it. Like you can't just throw a ball, throw a ball, throw a ball. You have to have them learn to sit, wait, throw a ball, teach some impulse control because he's just full of energy and he has that driving.
And part of the impulse control is keeping him focused on what you want him to do, which is not run around and jump.
Right.
That impulse control is, it's hard for me to do that, so I need to work on that. So I use up energy with impulse control.
Yeah. And you just, again, reward him with what he likes to do. You can go and do that. You can jump on that. You can run and chase that if you just wait a moment.
Right.
You know, if you just listen and focus a bit. And it's fun because they get it. You know, they're
like
very
wait
smart.
at the door before we walk out the door.
Waiting is the four-letter word that my dogs have learned very well.
Yeah.
Ready? Find it.
Wait
Yay.
until they go eat their food.
Yay, what a good boy.
He's so handsome.
Yes, you are. So this is Vanilla Bean. I call him Bean. I would call him Bean for short, because you're full of beans. You're so full of it. Can you look at the camera?
And he's got some cute freckles on his nose.
He does. And again, I go to touch him and he goes, oh, you're touching me. I get so excited. So it's really about having him learn to accept petting, but without getting stimulated.
Yes,
So you have to work on that. Yeah, a little bit at a time. Yeah, see, I know. It's kind of hard.
Bean's number is A2182569. If you want to work with a happy dog, he's a happy dog and he will work.
Agility, obedience, oh, he would be awesome. Nose works, well, probably. You ready? Look.
Good job.
Ready? Good. Find it. Yeah. Good job.
Awesome. And this is what I look like from the back.
Good. He's looking at my hands a lot. You got to look up here. It's all about the hands, but I would teach this too.
I am scratching under the chin Mr. Comet. He's about 6 years old and gorgeous green eyes. His A number 2182165. He's at South Shelter. And Charlotte's coming in to give him some treats because she loves this big boy.
So this is what your male cat will look like if you don't neuter him with those great big jowls. Problem is they won't be as interested in you if you don't neuter them, and they develop some problem
Attitude.
where they pee on things and they never want to be inside, and they cry all the time to get outside. So that's why we neuter them, and we don't want a whole lot of kittens anymore.
So tell me, if you do neuter him now, will that affect his behavior later?
It will calm him down, and he will most likely not do any of those things. And if you look in his cage, he's not peeing in his cage, so he probably hasn't developed that habit yet. But he would if you left him unneutered.
Okay.
Yeah. And if people say that they're not treat motivated cats, he's very treat motivated.
He's acting like a dog as far as I'm concerned.
He's Trader Joe's.
This is Comet. He's about 6 years old. He's at South Central. His A number 2182165. Not yet neutered, But all the animals, before they go home, rabbits, cats, dogs, all of them are sterilized before they go home.
And just because it's obvious he's been outside, he will be a great indoor pet.
Okay.
He will adapt.
Okay, we have another black cat. This one is much younger than comment next door. This is Gouda. I'm not sure why Gouda is black. Gouda, yeah, kind of white to me. A number 2182660, 3 months old. He loves this.
Maybe he's Gouda because he's soft and squishy.
Okay, there's so.
So he's a carbon copy of Comet. He's just a smaller baby version. What a cutie pie. He is going to be maybe a medium hair. He's got some wispiness to him. What a lovely, friendly kitten.
And she said something about hair, and we can throw in some grooming tips here. A good way to bond with your cat, long hair, short hair, whether they need grooming or not, is to groom. Right, Charla?
Nice soft brush to start with, and, pair it with something yummy, like maybe some of those, little soft treats or baby food on a spoon. And then they always think of grooming being a good thing.
So, and it's a great way to bond. And he doesn't have the green eyes that Comet does. But another gorgeous, a little bit of green. He's going to get bigger eyes. So this is Gouda, A2182660. If you're looking for a cat, a kitten, come to South LA or go to any of the city shelters and come see the cats they have for you. We've got a couple of kittens in here, and actually I say kittens, they're 10 months old, probably related. One's, I'm trying to read the card. One's a male, and I guess
I think they're
both males. Interesting how different they look. Now, we're talking about some hair here, but let me give you A numbers first, because you may want to come get two 10-month-old cats. A2182708, A2182709. We're talking the pretty long hair of this gray cat.
So this is a medium hair, full medium hair, and probably, won't get super long, but is going to definitely need brushing. With its sibling, probably, since they really have the same coloring, that is a short hair. And this is not uncommon to have two totally different coats in a family of cats. Two cats, much better than one cat, especially when you're doing kittens, because they keep each other busy. They do all that kitty fighting that people don't like about cats when they grab a hold of you and scratch and bite. They do that to each other, and then they just love on you.
So we've got two cats right here who are used to each other because they're brothers. A2182708, A2182709. They're about 10 months old. Two cats ready to go home. Think about two. They'd love to go home together. One's very inquisitive and one's a little more shy. Surprise, surprise, we have another black cat. Actually, we can talk about black animals having a little more challenge getting adopted. They just don't show very well in their kennels. They kind of blend, but oh my God, look at the eyes on this one, almost yellow. This is Tails, a male, 10 months old, A2182705. Pretty friendly, Charla.
This cat is purring away, which nobody's seen. Is this baby has been screaming at us to come and pet it the whole time we've been in this room. This is going to be that, great friend that follows you around the house and is really a companion. A lot of people say, oh, cats are aloof. No, there are a lot of cats that aren't, and this is going to be one of them. This one's going to be really, in your face, be my friend, I love you all the time. What a wonderful personality.
Oh, God, he's handsome, he's a lover, and he talks a little if you don't pay any attention to him.
Burmese.
Okay, so let's just call him a Burmese. This is Tails the Burmese, A218-2705, about 10 months old. Beautiful yellow eyes. Awesome. Okay, we've got another pair, different ages. The tortoiseshell is 10 months, and you can see a little bit smaller than the black and white one. The black and white one's about a year and a half. They're both females. Let's have some A numbers. 218-2706, 218-2707. We've got Amy Rose and Jet. Amy Rose is the tortoiseshell. They're a little more shy, Charla.
They're trying to figure out why there's this bright light in their face. A little more cautious. They're little girl kitties. They're taking the cautious route, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be good pets. You take them home, you put them in the bathroom, you sit down, you play with them, you read to them. When you can walk in that bathroom and just pick them up, they're ready for a bigger room. These guys are going to adjust fairly quickly. But, this is a scary place. I smell like all these boy cats, and we have a light in their face.
Yeah. So when you come to a shelter to look at an animal, talk to a volunteer, talk to a staff person, and say, this is my lifestyle, this is what I'm looking for. If you have a lifestyle that fits keeping your new pets in a bathroom, which doesn't expose them to a big, scary house, then this may be the pair for you. If you're not home and you just don't have the time or patience, this may not be the pair for you. That's a cute move for the tortoiseshell.
I really don't think, everybody should start in a small room.
Okay.
Just to get adjusted. Being that she just stretched out and stuff, I don't think that they're innate fearful. I think that they're just being cautious. Why should they trust us?
Yeah, got it. So keep that in mind when you come to look at an animal. And they've only been here for 5 days. Yeah, they're new in the shelter. It's a scary place.
Barking, and there's, just different
new
people.
people.
The smells and the males that aren't neutered. And, that's just a scary thing all the way around.
Think of that when you come to look at animals at the shelters. This is Jet and Amy Rose, A218-2706, A218-2707. You need those numbers. They don't go by name, they go by number. So it will be printed on the screen when you watch this show. Be sure and make a note of it. And God, she's gorgeous.
Isn't she pretty? I always say, though, anytime you add that orange to black or black and white or gray and white, you're adding in a little tad of spice. So expect a little spicy personality. That doesn't mean they're not loving. They're just going to give you a little spice.
Well, here we are at South LA Shelter in the rabbit room where there are many rabbits for adoption. We are looking at Muffin, who's also looking at the camera, but he has a puzzle toy, just like the dogs can do. He is looking for his treat by moving the door and the slider. Look at that. The West LA, I'm at South LA. We go to all the shelters,
Yes, we do.
So
they all have lots of rabbits.
They all have lots of rabbits. So, okay. So rabbits are wonderful, wonderful pets. They are very social. They would love to have an X-pen to exercise in, like this is set up to be, instead of in just a cage all day. And you need to understand what you're getting. Go ahead, Charlotte. What?
They can live in an X-pen. They don't need a cage. They can live just loose in the house. I know people that have them that live in the house, and then at night they go to bed in their little X-pen, and then they come out.
Yeah.
And they wander around the house like a cat.
Well, I had a house rabbit. In fact, it looked like Muffin. He was awesome, and he slept with me, actually. But he was litter box trained, and you have to do it right. You just can't say, okay, we're going to have a rabbit in the house. You got to train them. You got to understand what their needs are. and they are chewers, so you have to learn about that. But
all of your wiring.
yeah, but they are wonderful, wonderful pets once you learn about them and know what to do and how to take care of them. Come to South LA and take a tour through the shelter in the rabbit room.
And make sure you talk to the volunteers because they know these rabbits, they've been with them, and they can tell you about the personalities and who might fit your household.
That's right.
So did you fall in love? I hope so. And you'll rush down to the South LA shelter and adopt a pet today. But if you didn't, go to their website, laanimalservices.com. They have so many animals that need homes. Please open your heart to one of them today. But if you can't, you can always foster, you can volunteer, and you can donate items. They always need lots of newspapers, blankets, beds, food, toys, and money. That's always good too. Now remember, spay and neuter your pets. It's the best way to keep them home, safe, happy, and healthy with you, and it's the law. So see you next time on Adopt a Pet Today.